I'm Johnny.
I'm Adam.
And this is our Labrador Benji. Welcome back to our series where we'll be inviting you to follow us on our journey moving from our new built home to a 174-year-old cottage in the beautiful Scottish countryside.
We'll share our experiences, challenges and adventures on our move from a modern new build to a much older country cottage.
A more rustic way of living, eh?
Yeah, just a bit.
So in our last video, we talked a bit about how difficult it was trying to get onto the first rung of the property ladder as first-time buyers here in Scotland because of the whole offers over system, more commonly known as the double deposit system. And we spoke about how we eventually ended up buying a fixed price new build property instead of the character-filled home that we'd initially dreamed of. But it was a great way to get onto the first rung of the property ladder, and we managed to make it our own by putting our own personal stamp on it.
So here we are, almost 3 years in our lovely new build home, affectionately known as Benji's Newmore if you follow us on Instagram.
So we've really made this place our own home by putting our own stamp on it and making it feel less like a new build. But if you missed our previous video where we talk about the challenges of getting onto the property ladder here in Scotland as first-time buyers, then feel free to go back and catch up. So as Adam said, we've been in this new build for 3 years now, and we're ready to move on. So we've been looking on and off for the last year now for our next home, thinking things would have calmed down a little bit, since COVID, but we're quite surprised that demand for properties still outweighs available properties, thus pushing up the price that people are prepared to pay over the home report value. But nevertheless, we've been looking anyway. So do you want to tell people the type of property we've been looking at?
So we're trying to find somewhere which preferably is a bit older, so it's got a bit more character. Doesn't have to have all the work done to it. We're not afraid of hard work, so there's sort of projects to do, something can be a bit of a doer-upper maybe, something we can buy and add value to, but for us we want somewhere where it's more in the countryside, somewhere where it's got nice views preferably. It's got to have a garden, space for him to run around and enjoy, without buildings so I can do my projects.
Or without buildings? I thought you said with. Without buildings? I thought you meant without buildings, as in without other buildings.
No. Outbuildings, sheds, garages, barns, anything like that. Something which may be convertible, or if it doesn't have those, somewhere which has got the space to potentially build.
Yeah, I think this place it has a garden. It's fine. It's a relatively small garden. I think we just want something. We don't mind something, as Adam said, that requires a little bit of work. We're definitely not work shy. I feel as though what we've done to this property over the last 3 years, we've kind of maxed out what we can do, and we've made a little bit of profit on it, not a lot, but we kind of hit that kind of ceiling price with regards to what we can do to it. So if we can find somewhere that, not an absolute wreck, we're not looking for a derelict place, but something that we can add to it and perhaps add value to the place, that would be perfect. But more importantly, plenty of space for the Labrador, a garden and everything, nice walks for him. If it has nice views, amazing views from the place, then that's an added bonus. But we're also aware that we have a very small budget, so we're not going to get everything we want. We have a list of boxes. We have a list of on one side we've got essential criteria, things that we definitely need. Garden for Benji, nice walks around about in the local area, and then on the other side of the list there's nice to haves. And as I said, given our small budget, we know we're not going to check all of those boxes.
No, but if we can get kind of there with it, or some of them, or there's a potential to do more with it, then ideal.
Yeah, so like you said, we've been looking on and off for the last year, but again, we constantly keep getting outbid. We'll see a property that checks most of the boxes, and then we're still getting outbid by people offering crazy amounts over the home report value. Yeah, it's just it's tough, isn't it? It's tough. There's a couple of places that we've looked at that perhaps they tick quite a few of the boxes, but maybe the property is right close to a very busy A road, for example, and then we kind of we swithered on that for a while, didn't we?
Yeah.
And decided it wasn't for us. We've got the Labrador. God forbid he should escape from the house and end up on the road. It's just it's not worth it. But yeah, usually the properties within our budget, there often is something wrong with them that puts other people off. Hence why they're within our budget.
Yeah.
But we shall keep looking anyway. We'll keep looking and we'll keep you updated.
The difference now compared to before is that we've made a tiny bit of profit on this house over the last few years compared to before.
Yeah, sometimes when you buy a new build property early on in the development stage, you can sometimes get the property cheaper, and then the price, as the development becomes more established, the prices tend to rise. So because of that, we have made a little bit of profit on this new build. Not much, a little bit, but it all kind of paves the way with regards to inching up that property ladder one rung at a time.
A lot of the properties that caught our eye had something that we just couldn't compromise on, i.e. limited parking or no parking, near to a really busy road, so lots of road noise, or just too far away from work for the commuting.
We realised that everyone, including us, was focusing on the newest listed properties, which meant the competition was fierce. So we started looking for properties that had been on the market for the longest. Fewer people see these listings, so there's less competition. We used a plugin on Rightmove to see the price history of listings, which helped us identify properties that had been reduced in price.
Budget Benji. Da, 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 da. So, we've been looking for properties, as you know, for quite a while, and we found something that potentially might meet most of the criteria. We found a Kiwi cottage in the beautiful rolling countryside of South Lanarkshire. Indeed.
Yes. You liked it as well, didn't you?
And do we want to see it? Do you want to see it? This is it. How cute is that? So it actually reminds me a little bit of the Button Ben. And if you don't know what the Button Ben is, there's a famous Scottish comic book called The Broons. And this fictitious family, the Broons, have a weekend getaway cottage called the Button Ben. So the Button Ben is basically a traditional two-roomed Scottish house or cottage or whatever. And yeah, so it reminds me quite a lot of that. And I used to read the Broons when I was a kid. My granddad used to bring over a copy of the Sunday Post, and I'd eagerly wait for him to finish reading it so I could take out the comic section. And yeah, so there we go, the Button Ben.
You and your comics. So yeah, it met most of our criteria. It's attached, 3-bed. It's got a large garden. It's got absolutely fantastic views from out the back, all across the valley. It's a reasonable commute to both our works. It's got a pub within walking distance, which is just a absolute bonus. It had been on the market for quite some time, over 3 months, and it had sort of price reductions during that time, obviously sort of suggesting that they were eager to sell but weren't having a lot of interest. It could be because there was a pub next door, and also at the back and kind of at the side of the garden there's an ancient graveyard as well, so that might have been off-putting to some people.
But not for us.
But not for us. Means we've got nice quiet neighbours. The land we know is not going to get built on, so we're not going to lose the views at the back of the house. We went and had a check out of the pub. It's a lovely little village pub. Landlord made us very, very welcome indeed. Fantastic food, nice beer. So what more could you ask for, really?
Yeah, so it sounds great. So we've got a copy of the home report, and there is, however, a Category 3 repair that urgently needs doing on it. So Category 3 is like the kind of highest with regards to repair, urgency of repairs. And the repair that needs doing is basically the end gable wall of the cottage, which is an exposed stone wall, exposed stone both interior and exterior. Seemingly there is high levels of moisture, it has a lot of damp, so that'll need to be looked into and addressed. But as Adam said, possibly this may be why the property's been on the market for quite some time with not an awful lot of interest. Yes, the proximity to the pub, which is next door, could have put some people off. The graveyard out the back could have put some people off. Also, the Category 3 repair, the damp wall, could have put some people off. But we're not going to let that faze us at this point, and we've arranged to go and view the property this Sunday. So we'll let you know how it goes. Well, here we are taking the Labrador for a quick walk at what will hopefully be our new home. Or the surrounding area. Obviously this isn't our garden. And as you can see behind us, absolutely beautiful countryside. You excited, Benji? What do you think? Do you think it's going to be quite nice?
Not too bad, isn't it? I'm sure you'll find something to moan about.
What will I moan about?
The commute to work.
Commute to work. Too cold in the winter.
It's too quiet.
It's too quiet.
It's too noisy.
It's too much open space.
Too sunny. Too rain. Too windy. Oh, I've got to go and get the logs out of the bunker outside. Oh, it's too much like husband.
He knows me well. So we've heard that people occasionally pan for gold in the water around here.
Don't tell them all that, they'll be bloody proud.
And Adam thinks he's found some gold.
Yeah, not having it.
Because he found a rock that was shimmering, apparently. And it may have gold in it.
It's alright, want to make a fortune and you're scoffing me.
Unfortunately, we didn't get any footage of the cottage itself, as we decided not to in order to respect the privacy of the owners who are currently still living there. So unfortunately, you'll have to wait until later to see the cottage. Welcome back. So we've been to view the cottage, and what did you think?
We really liked it, didn't we?
It was really nice, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. It definitely ticks most of the boxes. Not all, but definitely most.
Yeah.
And plenty of walks in the countryside for Benji. Nice big back garden, 3 bedrooms, and I think we're going to put in an offer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to contact the seller's estate agent
and see if we can submit an informal offer rather than going through the solicitor, and see and take it from there and see how that goes.
Exciting.
Yeah, it is. So our offer is submitted to the seller's estate agent. Just waiting for them to get back to us. And in the meantime, Adam is doing a little bit of furniture upcycling. Because this is what we do.
It's nice, isn't it?
It is. So our thing is upcycling vintage furniture and lighting. Look at the quality of that. If I do say so myself.
Because you painted them.
That's because I painted it. Each and every dovetail joint on each and every drawer. Painstakingly painted. So this particular one is farrow and ball railings. I love these handles.
Cool, aren't they?
The Old Printing Shop, Portobello Road, London. Yeah, these are going to look absolutely stunning when they're done. So these are for... This one is painted in farrow and ball railings. I'm not sure if you can see the one just behind it there. That's farrow and ball Hague Blue. And we're in the process of upcycling these for one of our customers. So if you head over to our website, godwinvintage.co.uk, you'll be able to take a peek at some of our work. So once Adam has finished attaching the new handles, I'll then remove all of the drawers and rub down the inside wood of both the tall boy and the drawers with lemon oil, just to nourish the wood and bring back some of the natural beauty, because they're quite old, these tall boys.
They're really built well though.
Really well built. Yeah, that's why people like them, because it's just something unique and different that you wouldn't be able to just buy from any high street store. And as you say, they are built to last. And like I said, just the quality and the craftsmanship with the dovetail joints here and everything. Very nice. I do like geeking out over this stuff. And some of the other things we do are these upcycled vintage lamps. So this is an antique typewriter that we've given a new lease of life as a quirky table lamp. And also this antique bellows camera, which we've also given a new lease of life as a cool tripod floor lamp. Which one was that?
So we're patiently waiting at the moment for the seller's estate agent to get back to us with an offer. So Johnny is on that computer every 5 seconds, checking. And Benji's waiting as well. You waiting to see if you get a new house? Ew.
Oh,
hang on, Benji.
an email has come through.
Go on then. And, come on.
They haven't accepted it.
Oh.
What do we do now?
Go back in with the second offer. Which we thought it might happen.
Yeah. We need to have a little discussion about how much more we offer.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll try again.
Oh, Benji, you were disappointed. So, revised offer's gone in. And
Just waiting. Just waiting. It's all a waiting game, isn't it?
I think she said she'd come back to us fairly quick.
Nothing's come through yet. I'm checking. Every second.
Have you refreshed it?
Here we are.
Yeah, well then.
There is an email.
Yeah.
So, thank you for your offer. I am pleased to inform you that the seller would be delighted to accept your offer.
Yay!
Yes! What do you think, Benji? Is that good? You don't look very happy.
You're going to escape to the countryside. We're good for dogs. You go walkies. Do you want to go walkies? Do you go walkies? Go walkies in your house. Hey.
Brilliant.
So now we've got to go down the legal route and put a proper formal offer in through the solicitors.
Mm-hmm.
And then it will all go quiet, I think, for a bit while all the paperwork starts. And yeah.
Exciting times. What do you think, Benji?
He's too busy with his toys.
He is, isn't he? But yeah, so just what we now need to do is get our property on the market and try and get some people in viewing it and get an offer for this place.
Yep.
Because we didn't want to put this place on the market in case the offer wasn't accepted for the cottage.
Yeah.
And then we end up selling this place and becoming homeless.
End up living in a tent.
Exactly, yeah. But yeah, we'll update you with whatever happens next. What do you think, Benji?
So we arranged for our estate agent to call out and do all of the photos and marketing stuff for our property. And a couple of weeks later, our Benji's new moor was up for sale.
So we've got our first viewing in half an hour, and wish us luck.
You ready?
Are we ever going to be ready?
Is the house ready?
The house is currently...
Don't chill the mess. It's supposed to be tidy.
Quickly rushing around trying to get things ready, hide everything. Yeah, so we'll let you know how it goes. Okay, so our first viewing over, and we're just taking the Labrador out for a quick walk. How do you think it went?
Seemed to go quite well.
Yeah?
They seemed to like it.
Yeah. So these were, I think they were first time buyers. They're currently renting. Cash buyers, so they are ready to go straight away, which ordinarily would have been a bonus. For most people that would be a bonus, but we know that the sellers of the cottage that we're buying aren't ready to move yet because they haven't found somewhere for themselves. So time is on our side. The people viewing our property on Saturday, they did emphasise, quite a lot that we're ready to go. We're not in a chain or anything. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Thinking that normally would be a bonus, but it means nothing to us at this point. But yeah, so we'll wait and hear back from the estate agent and see how it goes, and hopefully see if we get a few more viewers this week. But we shall keep you updated.
Benji, out on the river.
Great. We've just had an email from the estate agent informing us that we have another 2 viewings for this evening. Brilliant.
So John is just on the phone getting some feedback from the estate agents on the recent viewings to the house.
Okay. Perfect. That's brilliant. Excellent. Thank you so much. Okay, bye-bye. It's exciting, Benji.
And?
So, the first viewing on Saturday. The couple were interested and they put an offer in, or rather they've increased their offer to just at the home report value. Their initial offer was below the home report value. The first viewing from yesterday, the younger couple, they really liked the property, but unfortunately it was just a little bit too small for their needs. The second viewing from yesterday, the lady who viewed it really liked the property, and she's put an offer in for above the home report value on the basis that we leave all of the plants and the planters in the garden, because she just wants everything as it is.
That's fantastic. That means we've got less to move, and also we've got some extra cash to do repairs to the cottage.
I know, brilliant. She does want to come back this evening for a second viewing though, so we'll let you know how that goes. Okay, so she came for the second viewing, and we've accepted her offer.
She loves everything about it and even wants to keep some of the furniture, which works out really well for us, as that means there's less things to move and we'll have a bit more money to buy new, old furniture for the cottage.
Exciting. Now we just need to start boxing everything up and decluttering. Although it'll probably be quite a while yet, because she has to sell her property first, so
yeah,
God knows how long the whole thing will be before we actually ready to move, before we have a moving date or anything.
Exactly. It's exciting times ahead, so stay tuned for updates on our big move to the countryside.
Our big move to the countryside, Benji. What do you think? Exciting times, yeah? Thanks for watching once again, and please remember to like and subscribe to make sure that you don't miss any of our future updates. Thanks again, and we'll see you all soon.
In the next video, we receive some bad news about our move to the countryside.
The whole thing is up in the air and the move could be in jeopardy at the moment.
Keep an eye out for the next video to see what happens.